Hey, Sad Nation, what's going on? Happy weekend to you all. I hope you all have wonderful plans for this weekend, but most importantly, ensure that you get well rested both physically and mentally. On the weekends, I like to do something called Education Saturday, where I bring an educational piece of the investing world to you, especially related to the market and trading and whatnot, right? Again, this is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes. You are responsible for your own actions and what you do with this, right? Today's topic of discussion is going to be prop firm trading and how to pass it from a mental aspect of it, right? If you're not familiar with prop firm trading is, it is basically a company that will give you money to trade with if you are able to pass their evaluation criteria, which means that they are going to evaluate you as a trader to see if you are a consistent and profitable trader before they hand over their money to you. And if you're not, then you will not get funded. So two main companies that I have on the screen right now are TopStep and Apex, and I'm not affiliated with them or sponsored by them. I picked them because they are the most two well known out there, and many of you are probably already trading on their platform already. So, again, not sponsored by them, nor am I advocating for them. It's just for the sake of this conversation, it was easy to pull their information up and also familiarity for many of you. But let's get into it, right? So with these prop firms, you are able to choose a certain account size that you want to attempt to get evaluated on, right? And that can range anywhere from 25K to 300K, depending on which company you go with. But let's just pick the 50K, right? With the 50K, on both Apex and Top Step, they have both a profit target of $3,000, and their stop loss is a little different, right? Apex is 2,500 and Top Step is 2,000. What that means is that if you're in a trade and you go negative 2,000 on Top Step, you will get liquidated. Your cancel will become dead. Key caveat to that pro tip is that even if you get liquidated and that account is no longer tradable, you have to go into your platform and you have to cancel your subscription or you will be hit with a reoccurring monthly fee every single month. Okay, with that said, let's just go with a 50K account. 50K account means that you need to hit a profit target of $3,000 in a certain time in order to get funded, right? And the instrument that we're trading is going to be called ES, right? ES is basically the S&P 500, the futures version of it. There's the minis, which is the big boy, and then the micros, which is a smaller version, right? What I want you all to understand is that ES futures moves on points, right? Each point is translated into ticks. One point contains 4 ticks in it, and 4 ticks or 1 tick is worth $12.50. I have it down here for you, right? So backslash ES is the ticker symbol, and it is 25 cents or 0.25 per tick, and then $12.50 per tick. So that means basically 1 point equals 4 ticks, and 1 point will give you $50. 2 points will give you 100. 3 points will get you $150, right? And 3 points is 12 ticks. So with that said, let's go look back to this profit target, right? I'm gonna highlight this for you so that it's easier for the sake of this conversation. So now the one highlighting this red orange color is the 50K challenge. In 1 year, there's about roughly 250 trading days, give or take a day or two, depending on the leap year and whatnot. And what that translates to is about 20 trading days a month, right? There's 4 weeks a month, 5 trading days, Monday through Friday. That means there's 5 days a week. 4 times 5 is 20, right? Obviously, there's going to be days where there's going to be a little bit less, a little bit more with holidays and whatnot, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, look, if we're trying to trade this $3,000 profit target as our goal for in 20 days, that means we need to make $150 a day, right? And why is it 150? Well, it's 3,000 divided by 20, right? $150. And that is where people get caught up, right? A lot of you traders are focused on this. You're focused on the 3,000, and your goal is to get this target as fast as you can, right? You feel the sense of pressure that you must reach this ASAP. And why is that? Well, the reason is this right here, monthly subscription, right? Each of these prop firms will hit you with a monthly recurring cost for each account you have, right? That is in addition to the initial cost that you must pay in order to subscribe to an account here, right? And that's what gets everybody tied up, right? Everybody's focused on I need to get this past this goal as fast as I can because I don't want to get hit with this monthly recurring fee, right? And that's where the trouble begins. But what we really need to focus on is a couple of things. One, right? this monthly subscription fee, it varies depending on which company you have, and whatnot. So let's just use, let's say one is $50 and one's 100, and that's the actual cost from each of these websites, right? It's just easier to annotate it this way. Let's just say it's $50, right? So let's just say, first month you pay $50, in addition to whatever startup cost you have here, right? You don't pass in first month, right? Everybody's so afraid, and then like, oh, I'm gonna get hit with another $50 the second month. So in month two, I paid $100 now to have this 50K account that I did not pass yet. But if you look at it in the grand scheme of things, right? Well, $100 or an extra $50 a month, even if it's $100, it's like $100 in the grand scheme of things when you're trading these prop firms and trading in general is not a lot, right? That really comes out to, let's just say, you know, divided by 40 days, right? That's really, you're paying $2.50 a day, right? That's what it comes out to, $2.50 a day to have this account, right? So we need to get the notion of this 50 additional dollars each month out of our head, right? That's one thing that's killing us. Another thing is that, right, many of you are in a rush to get funded so that you can get paid out. I understand that. That is the goal of what this prop firm trading is, and that is the goal of trading in general, right? Nobody is in the market to trade and to lose money. We're in the market to trade to win money, right? So I understand that and I not acknowledge that. But when we have this sense that we need to rush and we need to complete this in a short time, many of you are trying to complete it within the week, right? Because I think Apex is trade for 7 days and you get funded. Top Step, I think, is 3 or 5 days, right? So you are all trying to reach that goal, not even within the 20 days, but you're trying to reach it within a shorter time frame. So let's just do 3,000 divided by 7, right? So now you guys need to make $428 in a day, in 7 days, which is still not a lot, right? It's still not a lot of money. But many of you try and do that. And how you try and do that? Some of you trying to reach this even within the first 1 or 2 days. And then you're trying to do that with, let's just say, 3 days, like, 3 days, $1,000 a day. Now it gets a little bit harder, right? Because now you are needing to trade a little bit bigger size and you need to get more out of your trades. And that's what gets everybody. And this is what I wanted to show you. A visual representation. Look, to pass this $3,000 challenge in the given normal month without getting tagged for another $150, you need to make $150 a day. That's 12 ticks. That's 3-point move, right? Remember, each point contains 4 ticks, right? So 12 divided by 4 is 3 points. That means that if you get into a trade for one ES contract, you need to make a 3-point move on ES, right? It doesn't have to be in one trade. It could be on multiple trades, right? You can do a trade for, 4 ticks here, 6 ticks there, 2 ticks there, etc., right? But the point is this: in 1 month, if you were giving yourself 20 days, all you need to make is $150 a day, or 12 ticks. If you give yourself 2 months to do it, then you have essentially, you need to make $75 each day, which is 12 ticks. That's 1.5 point move on ES, which is not a lot, right? It's not a lot. And let me just pull up the chart real quick for you, right? So what you're seeing on your screen is the ES on the 5-minute chart, right? And this was yesterday's action. And if you follow me on Twitter, Stocks at the Dark, we had multiple trades where we were able to get in and get out, and we had great trades, right? The first trade was in the morning. We said that watch for the pullback to the 50%. Here's the 50% right here, right? And this was at 8 o'clock. I tweeted this out at 8 o'clock, right? Around 8 o'clock. So you can see he was right, price swing was right here. I said, we're going to pull back to the 50%. Look at that. That is a 16.5 point move, right? Not ticks, that's 16 points, right? So 16 points now on one contract would have gotten you $800. You would have made almost 1/3, one third or 1/4, of the whole P&L that you needed to make for that range, right? And that's the beauty of it, right? And then the other trades we said is that if we broke above the 50, we're going to aim for the outside day, which was right here, right? 413. We're going to aim for that because we know based on the way we trade, we're going to aim for it, right? Let's say you didn't get in here, you wait for the pullback, you retested, okay, and then we got in here because we saw that it's not going down anymore, right? So outside day is right around here. That's 25 points, right? So that's 25-point move on ES. And on one contract, that's $1,250, right? You didn't get the trade here, maybe you got it here, right? Or you got both. You would have made $2,000. In one day, off one contract alone, you could have made it, right? But that's the point. And I wanted to show you that because a lot of you are so fixated on getting this in one day, but you don't need it. Even if you didn't catch, you get in the trade, you don't ride the whole move because you're not there yet mentally, or you don't have the technical analysis to give you that confirmation and confidence to trade it. That's okay. The point is we don't need much of a movement to get this on a daily time frame. Even if you do 2 months, it's not much, right? You literally can get that every single day. Everybody can get this every single day, $75 a day. And then we have to ignore this, right? Yes, let's just say we're just gonna do math right here. Let's just say, you know, that I think the 50K on Apex without the discount codes, let's say it's $150 startup cost, right? And then you pay $100 for 2 months. So now you just paid $250 for 2 months, right? So that's your total cost, total investment. But let's just say, you are a conservative trader and you only make $75 a day, right? So in month two, it took you 2 months to pass. So month three, we're gonna start now. So let's just say there's 20. So that means that if we're able to make $75 a day conservatively because it's easy, well, that means in 1 month that you can make literally, or in 2 months, every 2 months you'll make $3,000, right? Or every month you'll make 1,500. Let's just say we're making 1,500, right? If we're making $1,500 a month, what does that really mean? So that means that by month three, we already made $1,250. So we already wiped out the cost, right? And then obviously whatever else miscellaneous costs you have with the trading, right? The data feed and whatnot. But as you can see, as little as $75 every single day, you can make $1,500 a month. So that's what I'm saying. So by month four, you already made that up. That is the trick of this, right? Many of you are so fixated on getting to this as soon as possible and also making as much money as you can because you want to get paid out ASAP and you want to get paid out as much as you can. But here in the nation, we talk about the power of one. We talk about compound gains, compound. Even if you're doing $150 a day, 3 points a day, every single month you can make $3,000, right? So what does that mean? That means in 1 year, you can make, oh, sorry about that math. In 1 year, you can make $36,000, right? And that's only for $150 move a day, right? And many of you are getting more than that. I just showed you an example on on Friday's action where you could make easily $500 to $1,000, even if you didn't catch the move, right? So that'd be $1,000 a day, right? Times that by 250, right? That's 250K a year. So that's what I'm saying. Focus on the trade and not being in a rush. That is the whole trick of these prop firms. Honestly, is that many of you see is that you are all in a rush. This is going to be your key to passing these prop firms, is not looking for these crazy gains, if you're not ready for it, and then taking compound consistent wins. Anyway, guys and girls, that is the main essence of this. I hope that this visual has given you a new perspective on how to trade these prop firms and that you don't need to rush. You don't need to be getting home runs every single time. And if you get consistent and you're disciplined, you will pass these prop firms and you will make great money without realizing it. Thank you again. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, follow both the YouTube and the Twitter. Thanks. Bye.